A lot of people make meditation more complicated than it needs to be. It's not about using fancy techniques. It's really just about keeping it simple. Don't worry about finding the perfect way to meditate. Just start with the basic principles that I will be explaining. You should know this before you meditate. Let's discuss the core principle first. Why do you want to meditate? What is your motivation to meditate? Often, people forget what's really important in life. And that's one reason why practices like meditation can help you remember the true purpose of life. Just sitting down to meditate isn't always enough to keep you motivated. You have to remind yourself why you're doing it. Each time you sit down to meditate, ask yourself why you chose this over other things you could be doing, like sleeping or watching TV. By asking these questions, you remind yourself of the reasons you started in the first place. Maybe you want to feel calmer, be more focused, experience spiritual growth, achieve emotional balance, or understand yourself better. Whatever the reason, bringing it to mind can help you stay committed to your practice. Your reason for meditating can be big or small, simple or deep. What matters is that you have a reason that keeps you going. Having a reason helps you overcome things that might stop you, like feeling restless or not wanting to sit still. There's no right or wrong reason to meditate. Every reason to meditate is a good one if it gets you to actually do it. The key is being committed and making the time for it. Your reason got you to sit down and give it a try today, and that's something to be proud of. And as you keep going, your reasons might change, and that's okay too. What matters is that you're taking steps to make a positive change in your life. When you sit down to meditate, you're doing more than just taking a break. You're starting a journey towards something bigger, something that can change how you live your life. Having clear goals is like having a map for that journey. It helps you know you're on the right path and makes each moment you spend meditating more meaningful. So, you're not just sitting there. You're moving closer to your bigger life goals, one moment of meditation at a time. When you meditate, manage your expectations. There's a common misconception that meditation will offer immediate transformational results. Some expect to reach a Zen-like state overnight, or unlock some secret doors to the universe within a week. The reality is more nuanced. As the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Understand that meditation is a lifelong practice that offers incremental gains over time. If your goals are too big, you might get lost in thoughts about what you should be doing or where you should be. This can make you compare yourself to others or your past and leave you feeling down. So it's better to have a goal, but don't stress over it too much. Keeping a balanced view is important for sticking with meditation. Some days will be easier than others. Some days you'll find it hard to focus, and that's okay. Remember, it's normal to have good days and bad days in meditation. The key is to know that ups and downs are part of the process. Just be aware of how you're feeling, let yourself feel it, and know that it will pass. When you do this, there's really no such thing as a bad meditation session. You can adjust how you meditate based on how you're feeling, and you can find peace even when things aren't going smoothly. It teaches you to forego the human craving for immediate gratification and revel in the process. When you detach from the expectation of a certain result, you begin to appreciate the subtle transformations that come along the way. Greater focus, deeper inner peace, better emotional control, and heightened awareness. So manage your expectations and be okay with how things are, and you'll find that every meditation session is a step in the right direction. Practice diligence. It's really easy to get lost in your thoughts when you're sitting down to meditate. Your mind can start thinking about all kinds of things, from past problems to future plans and even daydreams. Being diligent helps you make the most of your time meditating. It means you know your mind will wander, but you don't let yourself get carried away with those thoughts. It's tempting to get lost in thought when you're just sitting there. But the point is to be aware of your thoughts and not to dive into them. Don't be hard on yourself if you find your mind has wandered off. Judging yourself will only make you feel down and could make you give up. Instead, see these moments as chances to practice being focused. John Yates has a good way of putting it. Let thoughts come, let them be, and then let them go. When you do this, you're doing meditation right, no matter how many times your mind may wander. It's easy to get super excited when you're new to meditation and think that doing really long hour sessions is the way to go. But what really helps is doing it regularly, even if it's just for a short time each day. Of course, diligence isn't only about regularity, it's also about the quality of your practice. Being diligently mindful means you are not just physically present during meditation, but also mentally and emotionally invested in the experience. The quality of your attention matters as much as the quantity of time spent. When you approach your meditation practice with diligence, what you're essentially doing is sowing seeds. At first, it may seem like nothing is happening. However, over time, these seeds sprout into plants of peace, trees of wisdom, and flowers of happiness. The goal is not to be better than other people, but to be better than your yesterday self. Everyone struggled with distraction when we initially started meditation. So how do we reduce it? In today's technology-driven world, distractions are more abundant than ever before. From smartphone notifications to social media, from mental chatter to external noise, distractions can easily make your meditation practice feel like an uphill battle. The first and foremost thing to do is take a quick mental check on things that might distract you. You think about immediate matters such as, is someone going to interrupt me? Am I hungry? Then you consider more substantial issues that could preoccupy your mind, like your job, relationships, financial concerns, how your body feels, and even doubts about whether you're meditating correctly. Sometimes you don't even realize what's distracting you. You might feel anxious, but can't put a finger on why. A good way to get a clearer mind is to think about what's coming up in your future and what's happened in your past. This can help you figure out what might be bothering you. You might be worried about what you're going to eat for breakfast or something as big as what you're going to do with your life. Or you might be thinking about something from the past, like a message you sent to someone or wishing you hadn't had that extra drink last night. The key is just to notice these things. You're not trying to solve your life's problems right there. You're just acknowledging what's on your mind. If you think of something important that you don't want to forget, jot it down on a piece of paper next to you so you can look into it later. Just writing down these thoughts before you start meditating can make a big difference in helping you focus. The idea is not to push these thoughts away or try to change them, but just to see them for what they are. Maybe something big is on your mind and it won't go away quickly. That's okay. Just notice it, let it be there without reacting to it, and it'll eventually go away on its own. When you meditate, choose a space where you're least likely to be disturbed. Make this your go-to meditation spot. Before you begin, make it a habit to turn off or mute all electronic devices that could interrupt your meditation. If you live with others, let them know that you would not like to be disturbed during your meditation time. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It's a form of self-care. Choose a time of day when you're least likely to be disturbed or distracted. Early morning or late evening often work best for most people. Before you start, set an intention to stay committed to the practice for the entire duration, no matter what distractions may arise. I hope this is a good start for you. In the future video, we can explore more about the right posture for meditation. So stay tuned. If you found this video valuable, please share it with your friends and loved ones. Leave me your thoughts in the comments section. I hope you have a wonderful day.